I am currently in Afton, Wyoming, and I'm going to be heading down into Bryce Canyon in Utah. I really wanted to go to Zion, but they are requiring, reservations and everything for their shuttle around the park, and I really didn't want to deal with having to be there at a certain time and having to be there on a certain date and all of that stuff. So I'm going to do Bryce Canyon instead. Maybe one of the other parks in the area. I'm not really sure. Just depends on how things go. But I'm heading out. Next time you'll see me, I will be just outside of Salt Lake. I decided to not stop in Salt Lake City. I got there earlier than I had planned, and I had thought I was gonna have some work to do when I got there, but I didn't. So I came all the way to Bryce Canyon. I'm parked about half an hour away from the national park, on some dispersed camping. So hopefully I'll be able to get up early and get a head start into the park tomorrow to get some exploring done. Now I'm going to have some dinner, chill out for the night, get some rest, and be ready to wake up tomorrow. So I'm trying to get out the mechanism we have to unlock the door from inside is stuck. So to climb out the front seat, which isn't a huge deal, and go outside and unlock it from the outside. It got pretty cold out last night. I think it got down to like 27 degrees. I stayed pretty cozy though. I had my 0-degree top quilt that I used for backpacking in here. So curled up in that, stayed pretty warm. I'm not a layering person. I had just some leggings and a sports bra on. I tend to be a pretty hot sleeper, so layers I find pretty uncomfortable. But stayed pretty warm last night with my sleeping bag, so that's good. I'm probably going to be sticking around at this site until probably about 12:30 or 1. I have a phone call I have to make at noon about a job, so I'm going to be here at least until then, probably just hanging out, and then I'll head over to Bryce Canyon. About how nice it is to not be in bear country for a little bit. The last few times I've been camping and where I've been living are all in bear country, and it gets a little tiring to have to always think about making sure your food is stored away properly and all of that. And obviously you still have to worry about that in the desert. You still have to worry about making sure that mice and chipmunks and whatever can't get to it, but that's quite a bit easier. I can leave a plastic tub outside my Jeep and they're not going to get into that. I can barely get into it when it's cold, so it's nice to just not have to worry about bears for a little bit. I bought a yoga mat at a thrift store recently, and I brought it with me to use as a mat in front of the Jeep, kind of like a doormat, so that I don't have to constantly be putting my shoes on and off every time I want to get out. And I thought it'd be nice to try and get into yoga more. I've had a couple times I've tried to get into it. I never really had the room to do it. It's always been since we moved into our first travel trailer, and there's never really a lot of room in that. And it's kind of weird to do it outside in the campground. I'm sure I could, no one would probably notice, but when you're new to something, it's hard to do it in front of other people and to be comfortable doing it. So I thought I'd bring it with me and try and maybe practice it a few times now that I'm out here. I have the space to do it right. finished my interview, and now I'm headed off to Bryce Canyon.
I still recall the first time I saw you. I was so nervous to talk. Happened so fast.
I came back to the same spot I was in last night. Figured I'd just go somewhere familiar. You're done it for me last time, so might as well try it again, right? It's about 5:30 now. I came back a little early just because I'm getting pretty hungry. I didn't really eat dinner last night or breakfast this morning, so I am ready for some food and to just chill out. Plus, I am planning to try and catch the sunrise in Bryce Canyon tomorrow, so I want to make sure I got plenty of sleep in, nice and relaxed and ready, because I am not a morning person at all. I know the sunset is supposed to be really pretty too. For someone like me who's traveling alone, and I have really bad night vision, so the dark is a little anxiety inducing for me. I prefer to set up camp before it gets dark. It just makes me feel a little bit better. So sunrise it is. See you guys at 5:45 tomorrow. So it is currently 6 a.m. and I am out at the natural bridge in Bryce Canyon to get a picture of sunrise over the natural bridge. But I will show you guys the pictures that I get. Hopefully they will be amazing. Sunrise does not disappoint. I am not a morning person by any means. I can stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning easy and sleep in. I hate alarms. So getting up to do this is definitely not something I want to do, but being able to see something like that is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of crazy. When I get moments like this, I think about how few people in the world have actually seen this. Now that's not saying that there aren't a lot of people who have, but if you think about the number of people in the world who've actually been to this national park and been at this spot and have decided to come to this spot during sunrise, the number is actually very small compared to how many people there are in the world. And to think that I actually get to see something like this because of my Jeep and my way of life and everything is pretty amazing. It's been really nice to be out here on the Under the Rim Trail with no one really around. I haven't seen anybody since the parking lot. It's so quiet. You can just hear the birds and all the animals and the wind. It's very relaxing, being able to take a moment to just sit here on the rim of a canyon and, I don't know, just appreciate the silence.
Went from so lonely to falling asleep in your arms. I used to be afraid to fall in love. My past relationship was a disaster, but now I don't care. 'Cause you took my scars, bruises and broken heart, numbed all the pain, show me how to heal, and now I don't feel broken anymore.
There's a couple quotes up on the trail this trail spurs off to by Henry David Thoreau, and one says, I need solitude. I have come to this hill to see the mountains on the horizon, to commune with something greater than man. And also one that says, solitude is worthy to be heard. And I feel like those apply so well to this spot.
Still got your smell wrapped in my bed sheets. Don't wanna wash it away. I know sometimes I get too caught up in all of the wrong things, but you're always there to guide me.
Hiking back on the Under the Rim Trail, and I've been stopping in the shade because it's getting pretty hot out and it's all uphill, and these stupid birds are like stalking me. Now, I am horrible at identifying birds, I will admit that full-heartedly, but they look like really big crows or ravens, one of the two. They're giant and black, and it started with one and was circling overhead, and then suddenly another one showed up, and then another, and 3 of them followed me for like a mile. I wouldn't be surprised if they showed up here again soon. I don't know, they're getting awfully close. They're swooping down. Very close. It's making me nervous. I've never been stalked by a bird before.
I used to be afraid until I met you. I was insecure.
So I finished my hike up the Under the Rim Trail at around noon. Probably did about 5 miles or so, and then headed out of the park. I think I'm probably gonna end up heading home now. I thought about staying another night, but honestly I'm absolutely exhausted. Last night I had quite the feud with some mouse or chipmunk or something that was trying to get into the Jeep until about 1 in the morning, and then my alarm went off at 5:45 or to go do the sunrise pictures, and I woke up somewhere around 4. So I probably only got about 3-ish hours of sleep last night. So I'm probably gonna get a mocha at this gas station here and head home because I am ready to sleep in my bed. I will see you guys next time. Bye.